Our mid-year situation and outlook report highlights how there are higher farmgate milk prices expected for the new season, but at the same time, there is also likely this further contraction in the milk pool as well. We're also seeing downstream that there are these mounting pressures within the retail market, and that global environment remains as uncertain as ever. The weather conditions across the country have really varied this season, and we are seeing some significant impacts of dry conditions in southern areas, as well as wet conditions and flooding in some northern parts. So as a result, there have been impacts as far as input costs go. There's been additional pressure in feed markets, especially for fodder. That availability of product has really tightened up as those prices have been increasing as well. But at the same time, in some of those more southern areas, we're seeing that impact of tighter water availability, increased temporary water prices, and that increased pressure on water for stock and for domestic use as well. Dairy farmers can expect this season that the Australian milk pool will likely remain at about 8.3 billion litres. Going forward, there is further contraction likely, especially as we consider some of these persistent margin pressures on farm, the impacts or lingering impacts of challenging weather conditions. We're also seeing less appetite for business growth, and we do see a steady rate of farm exits every season. So as a result, we are expecting the Australian milk pool to drop between 0 to 2% in the 25-26 season. Consumption of dairy within Australia, especially within the retail space, remains quite strong. We're seeing this increased volume and also total value of dairy products sold within the retail market. And part of this is supported by some of these changing purchasing decisions that consumers are doing in this context of, I guess, still high inflation and this high cost of living within Australia. So we're seeing that consumers are gravitating towards private label products. They're purchasing more on promotion. They're right-sizing the products that they're buying. But they're also using social media as a way to search for new recipes, and that is also supporting dairy consumption. So whilst we are seeing this within the retail market, there are pressures on prices going forward, and that's likely to limit some of that value growth ahead.